Hey, what's going on, everyone? Tony here with RCHelp.com, and Holt Neal over on the forum gave me the suggestion of how do you set up the banks on an iKon gyro. This video specifically is for you guys with the 6-channel radios. I don't have a 6-channel radio, so I just got to kind of walk you through it. But if you want to see the other one for 7, 8, and 9-channel radios, all you got to do is click this video right here, and it'll walk you through every step to hook it up and get it to work. For you 6-channel guys, the setup is exactly the same as in that other video. In fact, watch that video so you can go through and see how to change those channels. You might actually learn something, but I'm going to walk through every bit of it here in this video so that you guys can see it. Now, 6-channel radios, especially like the DX6i, some of them are a little lacking on features. Now, the DX6 I haven't actually played with, but I suspect it's going to be like the DX9, to where this switch right here is going to be a 3-position switch, I do believe. The DX6i, however, is only a 2-position switch, so you'll only get 2 positions out of it. Now, that is usually mapped to channel 5. I think you can go into it and map it to a different channel. I'm not sure on the iKon, but this one is all about how to change the banks. So we're going to dive into the computer, and I want to show you guys how to change the banks and how to set it up on the 6-channel, what you have to do. The first thing you got to do is you got to take your helicopter out and you have to fly it. You have to set your tail gain and get it perfect. Then dive into the software on your computer or your tablet, find out what your gain is set at in there, and then you've got to go in and you've got to set up setting software. You can't do it on your radio no more. So let's dive onto the computer and I'll show you how to set it up. Alright, so here we are in the program, and if we go over here to the transmitter, whenever I move my deal, you can see down here that setup has changed from 1 to 2 to 3. So that's all well and good if you have as many channels as I have. What we need to do is we need to go into View, and then we need to go into Advanced. Click on Receiver, and then make sure up here, make sure your receiver is actually what your receiver is. I fought this thing and didn't even realize that this had changed because I set this back to factory defaults. But you should already have your gyro set up before you do this. So what we need to do is right here on your gain. Now if you look, your tail is on channel 5. That's usually where the gain is, but I think you can switch that around. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at my own video on how to set it up. But anyway, it's on channel 6. Again, you can change these. What we need to do is we need to click Set in Software. That's going to get rid of this. And then you go down here into your setup selection, and then you set it to whatever channel you need it to be on. Like I say, I think on the DX6i it's channel 5. I really wish I had a DX6i to play with, and if anybody wants to donate a DX6i to me, I will do this video again and show you guys exactly how to do it. So, but you'll go ahead and you'll select whatever channel that you needed to do it on. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on 7 because that's what I have my radio set up as. But your gain on your tail is going to be fixed in the software. That's why I highly suggest you get like a tablet or something. Now once you have that, to change your tail gain, what we're going to need to do is we're going to go back to View, go back to Basic. Now over here in Menu 8, right down here you can see it's checked Set in Software, and then you have a slider with 76 over here. First of all, this shouldn't be red. You want to click that and change that to heading hold mode or heading lock. Then you need to move your slider or go over here and put in something and make sure it matches what your radio had set in there before. You know, if you were at 73, then it needs to stay at 73. If you were at 56, then it needs to stay at 56, and so on. But make sure that you got a green bar, and now you have no way in your radio of changing your tail gain. But you did gain the option of going in and setting up your switch to where you can change your different modes. You may only have 2 for your DX6i guys. Alright, so without wasting too much time, as we can see here, I've got my tablet, and you can see the little brain right here. This is the old one. This isn't the new version. I upgraded to the new version, and it did not like my tablet at all. It kept locking up, and it just did not work. So we'll go ahead and click into that. Then we'll go over here to the transmitter. Now, as you can see, it does move. But the process is exactly the same if you only have a tablet. Down in the bottom right hand corner, you're going to see 3 dots. We're going to go ahead and push them 3 dots. Then we're going to select Advanced. In here, it's the exact same. We can select Set in Software. That gets rid of that. Go in here to set up selection, and you can select any of the channels that you need it to be on. Again, I'm going to leave it on 7 because that's what's actually working on mine. But to change your tail gain, we're going to go back here, select basic, then we're going to move our little deal over, select our tail, and as you can see, setting software is selected. And then anytime you just push on that little bar, you can go in here and you can set your different values. Then click OK, and then your value is going to be set at 75 per se, and we'll say 71. It changes it to 71. So guys, that's how easy it is to set up a 6-channel radio. Now, like I said, I don't have a 6-channel radio. I tried finding a 6-channel radio to do this video. Nobody has a 6-channel radio anymore. If any of you guys have a 6-channel, like a DX6i or something just laying around, guys, send me a PM here on YouTube, send me a PM on the forum, and let me know what you want for it. If you want to donate to us, fantastic. I'll give you all the credit if you want to be, mentioned in a video. But that's how you do it on a computer and on a tablet. I tell you, guys, get a tablet or get you some kind of smartphone that's Android powered with Bluetooth. Both of them have to have Bluetooth. And then get your Bluetooth module. That way you can do all this at the field and you don't have to lug around a big heavy laptop. All you have to have is your phone in your pocket. Now, again, if you want to see the video that has the 7, 8, and 9 channel radios, go ahead and click that video right there. That'll explain everything on how to set those up, which I think is a little bit easier, and I kind of like having the tailgate. So, guys, I hope that helps you out. If you have any questions, as always, you can post a comment below. You can come on over to the forum. You can post a comment up on there. You can create a new thread and post a comment, or you can post it on Facebook. We actually have a Facebook account, and in the description are all the links to every one of them, except the comments here on YouTube. So, as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. I got to give a huge thanks to Holtneil for giving me the video suggestion. It did need to be done for quite a while. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.